I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of beautiful to see Iranian, Jewish, and American people dance to Trump's song.
And did you know that white liberal college student knows more about communism than an individual who was born in a communist country like me and whose family was prosecuted by the communists? Oh my God, these people are so knowledgeable. And did you know that white liberal college student knows more about the European healthcare system than an individual who was raised there, who has a citizenship, who went to school there and contributed to taxes and actually went to a doctor's in Europe? Me. I mean, these people, it's really incredible. I mean, who cares about my babushka who was put into Stalin's camps at 10 years old and starving? Because there's nothing that the white liberal college student doesn't know, because their credential is $200,000 in student loan debt. Thank you very much.
Well, you just proved to them you're an ableist, so you're a bad person. It's that easy.
Here's how Iranians are celebrating today. Meanwhile, in Massachusetts, no boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere. Not a single Iranian in sight. What are you protesting here?
Exactly. These people are idiots. This is the same crowd that was marching and chanting Free Palestine. They were fighting oppression. They're protesting against oppression. It's interesting because this is the same thing that was happening with Venezuelans. This is the same thing that happened with Venezuela. We go into Venezuela, we snatch the dictator out of Venezuela, and we bring him back here so he can face justice. And the liberals are protesting us snatching a dictator who was trafficking drugs.
Because they stand with anybody that stand against the people they don't like. So if it's a dictator that doesn't like Trump, hey Trump, you're the bad one anyway. The fact that they're protesting without the people supporting them, I know better what you need in your life. And if you're suffering over there, just wait till we can use you as political points. Oh, Trump attacked you? Oh, Trump attacked your dictator? Hey, we're gonna stand for you. We're calling out Trump that saved you.
To defend Israel.
Now we kill a man who's been running the country of Iran into the ground for almost the past 50 years. They literally just slaughtered this is crazy, tens of thousands of civilians. Body bags on top of body bags on top of body bags. They've been slaughtering unarmed civilians for protesting against their regime. And then the US decides to help the Iranian people, and we've got the leftists protesting mad about it. They don't have any morals, they don't have any values. All they have is opposition to the right.
I have to be honest, this saddens me because that means if somebody could save me, but I realize it's coming from Trump, they will do anything to stop it.
That's why they do stuff like this. The goof troop is stupid. They don't care. They just want to oppose the right, oppose Trump, and protest. They're pathetic, but this is what the left-wing ideology leads to. Because it's not really about substance. It's about emotional outrage, an ideological allegiance or obedience might be a better word.
It's Trump derangement syndrome. As long as you are 1% against us, bye.
Whatever Trump's doing, we're going to oppose it, and that is the narrative, and you better get in line. It's so stupid. The modern left is not good for the United States. It is a problem. We're out here working to defend our interest and their interest, and they want to work against it because they hate Trump and they don't want the right to get credit for doing something good. They would rather see our country go through pain and suffering and have things go wrong than they would see someone on the right get credit.
Something happened to the left? Hey, let's scream on the street because he had human right to say whatever he wanted to do. And if he's that angry, it's your fault for being that dehumanizing.
We are taking the streets of New York today after just last night, the U.S. and Israel coordinated an attack on the people of Iran, an attack which targeted an elementary school, claiming the lives of now 82 schoolgirls as martyrs. We know that this comes off the heels of 2.5 years of brutal, depraved U.S.-Israeli genocide against our people in Gaza.
First of all, I think you have an issue with your voice, and you can't even confirm that it's happening, and I should just believe you. I just want to believe that you can travel like this and protest out of your own pocket, not George Soros.
Well, folks, looks like Soros money has officially made its way to New York City. Must have been a direct deposit because dang, that was fast. Now, let's go ahead and address a little something right there. There was indeed a coordinated attack by both the United States and Israel on the Iranian regime, more specifically, the Ayatollah regime that was oppressing its own people, and therefore the people were calling for the removal of this dictatorial jihadist power. Yeah, that definitely happened. That's reality. Now, the fantasy land you seem to be living in has informed you that this was an attack on the Iranian people.
They're celebrating in other countries when they were kicked out. I mean, if you're going to tell me right now that you see that and you think they're thinking about Palestine.
So what I'm basically trying to say is this. You're cap.
If you hate Donald Trump, then you must love terrorist regimes. Okay. If you hate Donald Trump, then you must also hate America. If you hate Donald Trump, then you must hate God. That man loves God. If you hate Donald Trump, that means that you hate freedom. If you hate Donald Trump, it's because somebody told you to hate him and you don't think for yourself. Because Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. Oh my God, I can't believe he bombed Iran. Oh my God, the Iranian people are gonna be so The Iranian people are fucking celebrating. Just like in Venezuela. When he... It's almost like the man knows what the fuck he's doing. It's almost like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's almost like, shut the fuck up.
I used to be like her, chill. Then it exploded. Oh my God. Then I started to get disappointed. And then you're like, you know what? I can predict how you think. It becomes funny.
That means that you hate freedom.
The U.S. just bombed Iran to defend Israel. Yup, that's right. While Americans live paycheck to paycheck, our taxpayer dollars ain't going to make our lives better. No. It's going to bombing innocents overseas to defend a genocidal terror state.
Trump can be doing no good even if he saves your ass. So he better just watch us. Because whatever is happening in Iran is way less worse than Trump helping. Do you even think what you're saying?
Israel derangement syndrome is a hell of a mind virus. Let's put aside for a sec that people like this obviously know nothing about Israel and probably can't even define terrorism or genocide. People like this think the world literally revolves around Israel. They don't care that the Islamic regime has threatened and killed Americans for decades. They don't care that the Islamic regime has killed thousands of its own citizens. They don't care that the innocent people in Iran are cheering for the US to come in and kill the people in their government. The only thing that matters to them is whether or not Israel supports something. And it's to the point that they would rather stand with the Islamic regime than to stand with its victims. If these people had been around during the 1960s, they would have been against the civil rights movement because Israel supported it. They would have called Martin Luther King Jr. an Israeli shill or a Mossad agent and would have admired the KKK for just asking questions. But let's be clear here, this is not a new phenomenon. This is the oldest anti-Semitic trope that Jews run the world and cause every problem in existence. And by perpetuating this trope, they are not only wrongly blaming Jewish people for things that are completely out of their control, but they are ignoring the free will of everybody else. This mindset is simply a way to shut down rational conversations about things in exchange for racist conspiracy theories, and it's a shame that this has become so prevalent in our political discourse.
Translation, to keep it simple, if it seems that it's helping Jewish people, even if it looks good, it's bad.
Guys, did you know that white liberal college student knows more about Islam than an individual that had to escape the Islamic Revolution in Iran and come to America?
Yeah, I know. They search it on Wikipedia. Or they just have to assume you're Jewish. Hey man, whatever I throw in that direction, I bet I'm right.
Posts like this show that the leftists are all about the views and not talking about what actually happened. Because Isaiah Martin here, you know, the content creator turned failed politician, back to being a content creator. He said if Obama did this, they'd be demanding impeachment. Community Notes just informed him that Obama did this and more. He did it in Libya, Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, Iraq, and Syria. In all those instances, he bombed the shit out of foreign countries, never declared war, never got congressional approval. Oh, and how did the Democrats feel about it back then? I commend the President of the United States for his leadership. Gaddafi's horrific brutality against his own people will not be tolerated and must stop. #Libya. Just to be clear, Democrats, if a leader is horrific to his own people, you support bombing the shit out of them. You support regime change. That's what Nancy told us. That's what Obama told us. Okay, cool. Iranian's government was awful to its people, murdered more than 30,000 of them. Trump's response was to just do a fraction of what Obama did.
Translation, if you call it out, it was back in the day. We progress, we think better. I'm like, really? So if Trump is not in power and you become in power, what happens? Well, we need to adapt for all the damage that Trump did. So now we need to bomb them. Okay. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Just the 7th century meets the 21st century as Pakistani received the F around and find out from the Marines as they stormed the US Embassy in Karachi. To say is they are just clueless, they're not helping the people that actually wanted the help, and I actually accidentally deleted my outro. So hey, don't get me wrong, like the video.